Hey everybody, I am Rachel the Great, and I haven't posted in a little while. Life has been life. A lot of stuff is going on, not really bad stuff, just stuff. Some of it's under the category of, hey, I got through it, some of it's under the category of mild inconvenience, and some of it's under a lot of swears, and some of it is your good old-fashioned Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Do not open file cabinet due to leopard. I think it was a leopard type thing. So, minus that, here I am. Hi. I'm coming to you from my car. Got off work a little bit ago, did some taekwondo practice. We're getting there. Things are pretty good. Also went to the evil hell of Walmart, and I got a few useful things. I got some Barkeeper's Friend because I am going to clean the bathtub. Probably not tonight, but at some point in the near future. Got some good old-fashioned, very cheap windshield wiper blades for the car because I swear the cheap ones do the best. My personal favorite being Amco, but I'm not sure if they're still in business. But the semi-nice ones I have are crapping out, so it's time to go for the full-on shitty ones because honestly, they do. The less tech you put in a damn windshield wiper, I swear the better it works. So there's that. What the hell else did I get? No, I got some gloves and a scrubby for the bathtub. So that was the housekeeping stuff. And I'm sure that you were really fascinated to hear the last 2 minutes of my life and my trip to Walmart. But if you are, hey, more power to you. So I've been trying to think of what would be a good thing to talk about, and I feel like for the good old shits and grins, I'm going to tell you about the 4 separate occasions on which I met God. Yep. First occasion was when I was attending junior college in southwestern Kansas. I lived in a town where there was not a whole lot to do. There was a zoo, a bowling alley, and a movie theater. Not too bad, actually. But given that all 3 of them eventually cost money and you're a junior college student, yes, I lived with my folks. Really enjoyed it. By the way, hi, Mom and Dad. So, when you need to be able to hang out with friends, there are a lot of churches in that southwestern Kansas town. And needing companionship and fellowship, I hung out at one of the more progressive ones. We'll go with that. And, was getting ready to do the whole baptism thing, and either the night before that or a couple nights before that, I had a dream where it was a meeting hall. There was a very long table and a few chairs, and I'd gotten up out of my chair for some reason, and I wanted to leave, but nobody really wanted me to leave. Yeah, and there's this weird figure who was in the process of leaving the room. And for some odd reason, the feeling that I had was that figure that wanted to leave the room was, in fact, the Almighty themselves. Or themself. Whichever you take it. To me, the great whomsoever is, honestly, whatever they want to be. And the second time, oh, there's a kitty outside the car. It's so pretty. So pretty. Here. Dun, 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 dun. There's the cat. Hopefully you're seeing the cat. The greatness of selfie mode and trying to show you cats is not working in my favor. Or maybe it did. I don't know. Hopefully you saw a cat. Oh, yeah, second time I met God. I was but a humble college student, survived junior college, thankfully. Went on to go to Kansas State University, go Wildcats, and I started studying cultural anthropology. And we had a class that was food and culture. And let me tell you what, I love food. Finding out many years after that I had celiac just about broke my heart because I wanted to eat my way around the world. Unfortunately, the world and the path of eating around it involves a lot of glutinous shit. So well, hey, that leaves animals. I'm just going to eat meat around the world at some point, and vegetables too, and fruits. But yes, hide your exotic critters or I will try to put them in my mouth. Which is part of what that dream was. I love turtles. Turtles are one of my favorite animals. They have been for a really long time, and one thing that I really think is super cool is if you go far back enough in Native American folklore, it's that saying that, the world sits on the back of a turtle, and when somebody asks what's on underneath that turtle, it's turtles all the way down. I really like the idea of there being a multitude of turtles holding up the world. It's really cool. And we were learning about food taboos and stuff like that, and that night I had a dream where, once again, dining hall of some sort, tables and chairs of some sort, and everybody was getting ready to eat. And our meals had that tureen cover over the top of it. When I lifted mine off, there was a turtle. It was on its back with its belly cut open, some sort of glorious soup inside it, and I had a moment where I'm just thinking, I can't eat this. And then somebody came up behind me and said, "Here, we eat our gods." And then I think I ate the soup. Was it tasty? Dream made it and seemed to have any objections. The third time that I met God, I kind of created her in a way. One of my favorite beverages of all time is Turkish coffee. And I'm going to do a terrible job at describing this wonderful drink to you, so please look it up. Please give it a try. And maybe tell me what you think of it. If you don't like it, this recommendation comes with a grain of salt. TM. So, what it is it's very, very finely ground coffee. And at least the way that I learned about it is it has a little bit of sugar that's brewed with the coffee grounds. It's not overly sweet by any means. It's a little bit bitter. And it's made, like everything is percolated through the grounds themselves. So when it's poured for you, there are some grounds that are there. So just don't knock back the very last of the end of it. You might live to regret it. So, first time I ever had it, I think I was in Colorado Springs. I was on a vacation. I was in my late 20s? Sure, why not? I was in my late 20s. And I got it from a Moroccan restaurant. And this is one of the many occasions in my life of tasting things where little fat naked angels just popped out of the heavens and, yeah, delighted me while I drank this wonderful beverage. It was so, so perfect. And I drank that a few times on that trip. And I decided that if I could pick any food-related, beverage-related thing as a religion, it'd be Turkish coffee. because incarnate she would be very mellow, a really good listener, give advice only when absolutely needed, but not in a way that would browbeat you. They would be well read, they'd probably be multilingual. They would have, anywhere from a bob to like mid upper arm length hair. It'd be kind of beautiful and brownish, very lustrous, very well taken care of. She may have glasses, heck, why not? She'd be very artsy, but she'd also be very thoughtful and reasonable, very like book and math smart as well. And she'd just be the kind of person that you found yourself magnetized by and drawn to. And that's Turkish coffee if Turkish coffee were a deity. And the fourth time that I met God, I was in Japan. I was living in Japan. I was living in a hostel in Tokyo. And this was during my 6.5-month stay in the country. The latter half of it, I lived in that hostel in Tokyo, and I commuted to Yokohama, where I was an assistant English teacher at a school there, and also at 2 schools there. One was great, one was a little bit of a nightmare, but that's a different story. And while I was living at the hostel, I made a friend who was a college student, maybe graduate student, one of the two. And I forget how we met, but my friend never introduced himself to me. He just decided he wanted to be called God. And I was like, sure, hey, this is great. Why not? And I ended up trying to take their picture once, and for some reason they wanted to see what my checkbook looked like, and they were holding it up in front of their face. I'll find you the picture. I'll show it to you later. It's really good. But I would ride around with him on the back of his scooter and tour different places in Tokyo where we would eat and hang out and swap stories. So those are the 4 times so far that in some way, shape, or form that I have met God. And I do present this to you with no blasphemous intent. I just believe that the world is so intensely beautiful that in whatever way we find the divine, we should treasure it and maybe on occasion share it. So these 4 intersecting stories are my gift to you on this fine evening. And thank you for coming out, coming in, coming up, coming down, whatever it is, however you got here. Thank you for being here. And once again, I'm Rachel the Great.